Hey everybody, welcome back to what I think is going to be a very special episode here at the Red Barn. And that is, we're going to go do a bunch of stuff and see a bunch of stuff that I've never had experience with before, and that is upholstery. My buddy Tom, acquaintance and overall super good guy, turns out is like a master upholsterer, and he agreed to take on the LS car. Yes, the Ferrari car is here in the background, and he has agreed to do that too if I don't drive him crazy with all of my typical Red Barn do-overs and mind-changing things. But let's run up to his shop and take a look at what he's got going on with the interior of the LS car. I know you're going to enjoy this one. And then this is all feel, right? In terms of like,
yeah.
It's stretched.
Yeah.
And you just want it to be
stretched. You want it to be consistent. So you see there's like little undulations in the foam there.
Right.
If we glue to the foam,
It's
you're
gonna
going to
go
seal
there.
that in the leather, so we don't want that. So the only place I glue it is where it's totally out of sight.
Right.
And then we'll just pull it tight. And I just sort of just get it a little bit tacked around the corner first.
All right, this part is going to be maybe a little bit hard to demo, but I'm going to do my best. What's going on here is, if you look where the door handle is, and you look at how much of a gap there is in space between the bottom of that door handle and the door bar, what we're struggling with is we want to run a door pull in the sort of traditional place where Porsches have them. You can see kind of like where the sketch marks are. And what's happening is the handle was running into where we want to have the material, and it just wasn't looking right. And Tom was saying, gosh, why don't you just, just raise the door latch mechanism up. And if you raise the door latch mechanism up, we buy ourselves room to mount the door handle lower. Maybe it's hard to explain, but it's going to look a lot better to not have to have the material running as close to the door bar as it currently is. You'll have more of a visual look at the brake, and you'll see some of the leather behind it. And so what I've already done this side per Tom's request, and I just raised the door latch up about 3/4 of an inch. And it's hard to see, but if you kind of look at the gap from the door bar to the door latch on that side, compared to what raising it up does, it just buys us a bunch more space under that handle. And that's not completely straight right now. There's some slop in the bolts that we can adjust that cover piece to go exactly where we want. And yes, I had to tweak the angle of the door pull rod, but there you go. So that is going to make a big difference to something as minor as the visual that we're able to achieve and where the door handle pull is going to go and all that good stuff. So now I got to move this one, and you can see I'd already moved it to allow this 944 turbo latch to work. So I just have to scoot this up almost to where this hole is. And this, by the way, was just a little thing I had to put in here because since this is a different shape than the original 914 latch, there's a big gap between the door panel and the cover plate for this thing. And this, I could just unscrew this screw and it would push the door cart out and fill that gap visually. So anyway, now to move this one. Okay, and now, I don't know if you can really tell via the video, but if you look at the new, see the hole in the door panel is bigger than the handle because we've moved stuff around, and that we're going to build a new, Tom's going to build a new door backer panel. But if you can see, there's a red line there that is actually below the trim piece of the door handle. That's the new height where the split is going to be. And by moving that up, as I mentioned, we now have enough room to make a handle, a door pull that's not fighting visually the distances top to bottom and, you know, clearance to the door bar and things like that. So while I was moving the door handles, Tom was over here finalizing the dash. And check this frickin' thing out. So this is all what we're calling the smooth leather on the top and the lower dash. And as you guys know, early dash, no vents. This is the basket weave that's on the seats, and will be a split of smooth and basket weave on the headrests. But check how that looks with the Porsche script now. I mean, this looks like luxurious in a way that I could not be more pleased with. It's just lovely. So, I mean, if you can believe that thing is going to have this interior in it, it is just the best. And there's the man of the hour. That's Tom. Thank you, Tom. Yeah. Unbelievable. This is just so cool. It's an episode about the LS interior, and we're standing here in front of the 914 Ferrari. Let me tell you why. Tom and I were kicking around what to do next, and we agreed that I would come home with this door card that was in the LS car, and I could work on coming up with a door pull. And so with, you know, I think you know this about me by this point. I need to get my hands on something physically and see it in position in real life before I know if I'm going to like it or not. So I had to start somewhere, and this is what I started with. And again, I'm no expert with Fusion. So I printed this thing up, and you can see, right, door pull, you know, ergonomics, it clears the latch. It looks like, or excuse me, it clears the window winder. It looks like it's a little close. It's okay. And I just gave a go to printing something. And, you know, as soon as it came out of the printer, I thought shouldn't even bother mounting this thing because I hate it. But it's a great first start. So in any case, way too blocky. Way too chunky. It doesn't need to stick out past this bar. It's very straight, you know, up here, you know, blah de blah. But at least it gave me something to start with. So that's version 1. And, you know, I put it in the car just because I wanted to see it. But I also went ahead and printed up version 2. Let me show you what that looks like. Okay, there's version 2 in lovely red. And a lot of major changes. You can see a couple. I'll just give you a little comparo here, right? So you can see the top got a little sexier with a little bit of a turn down. It's going to be difficult to see, but I also narrowed it as it's coming downhill. Excuse me, I narrowed it at the top, and as it's coming downhill, it tapers a little bit. And then obviously totally changed the shape here. And this is sort of reminiscent of the 914, the factory 914 passenger side armrest. Now, obviously, I have a door bar that sits in here, so I don't really have, you know, and you actually can use the door bar as an armrest, but I just wanted to try a little bit different shape. And I think it's a lot better, but I'm not sure it's going to be what I really want. A couple things about it. Somehow, because I'm not great with Fusion, you can see it got shortened. And that's not going to work because all the trouble we went to of raising this means that this red line here is the new bottom part of the plaid material. And so I want this, the bottom or the top edge of this, to be the same distance below this line as the bottom edge of this is above this line. So this is probably, I don't know, ½ an inch too short. So that's point number 1. Point number 2, it's hard to tell, but this angle, I didn't get this angle right. I want it to be the same as this angle so that everything's matchy-match. And I don't know if I'm going to keep this, but this angle here is supposed to be the same as this angle here. And other than that, it's much improved, but as always, it's only version 2. I've probably got a couple more versions to go. So I came up with version 3. Let me show you what that looks like. All right, here's version 3 in black, and that makes the biggest difference of all. The color is really quite, you know, really changes the vibe of this thing. In any way, no, I did not change the angle, and I did not change the length. I really wanted to focus on this base part, and you can see it's greatly abbreviated relative to, you know, this one, right? It's a bunch smaller. Now, one of the things that's happening is because of this very thing, Tom and I agreed he's not going to finish the door cards. We're going to wait. And in fact, he's done pretty much with everything he's going to do in the interior right now. So I'm going to go get the LS car, bring it back here, and it's probably going to get taken apart for paint. But along in that time frame, I will put this door panel in it where I can see it with the door bar, get these angles exactly right, and determine how it looks really, really, really with that door bar in that car. But I'm really liking this size. It looks appropriate. It doesn't look like it's trying too hard to do anything. And yes, I have to come up with an attachment system. But I don't know if that's going to come through, but maybe you can see this is just version 1 of this. Like I said, I know I got to change some stuff, but I've got a hole down in here and I can access a fastener. And then I have obviously an attachment point at the top that I'll work out something that attaches to the door, because you can't just bolt these things to the door card. There's no way it's strong enough to survive being pulled on over and over and over again. So I got to come up with an attachment for this handle that really actually attaches to the door. And I got a couple ideas for that. But anyway, I think I'm going to proceed with this style. I'll refine the shape a little bit. I don't know if you can see, it's not quite even. And I think I'd like it to be. I think it would look better, but I'll play with that. So I am going to go back to work doing that. And what a learning experience this has been. I mean, learning about the complexity of the patterning that Tom does, and then watching as he makes an entire sample set of material to prove out his patterns before doing what you're seeing here, which is the final result. And let me tell you, oh my God, this thing, it's so good. And it really makes the mechanical stuff stand out. I mean, it's just lovely. This is my favorite piece right here, I think, is that heel pad on the carpet. But man, it is shockingly attractive. I could not be happier. And, big, huge thanks to Tom on this. And he's not done yet. We still have the firewall to do and a few other items, but I could not be more pleased with this. It is an entirely different car. So big thanks again, Tom. All right, new door pull. And I lengthened it. And what I've done here, just so you know what I'm looking at, is this is how wide, this purple tape is how wide we are going to make the top sort of bump out part. Normally it was this very thin sort of piece. We're going to extend it a little bit, give it a little bit more heft. And so what I've decided is, if this is about how much you can see here and about this much space is how much you're going to see of the background leather. I got on the other side of the car and I kind of eyeballed, if this is where the material is going to end, and then where's the material, where's the leather going to be down here, I made the same sort of distance, and then that's what this new line is. So I think the plaid is now going to be slightly larger and come up into this section. So just, what about 5/8 of an inch taller? Not a lot. But I think it's going to be a better, I want a little bit more material. This is kind of a big pattern. You're not really getting to see a lot of it. But I don't want too much of it. As I said, I don't want this whole shape. So this is going to be the basket weave up here. But right now I'm just trying to work out this door pull. So I extended it. We're going to have about, 1/4 of an inch, 3/8 of an inch here, 1/4 of an inch, 3/8 of an inch down below. So this maybe needs to go up and down a little bit more. But here's, the reshape. This is all even now. But let me close the door and take you around here. It's not horrible, but I don't know, right? It seems a little incomplete to me. I'm not sure. And the angle isn't exactly right all the time. It's hard to get taped in there and eyeball everything. But anyway, that just doesn't seem like enough. So I printed this thing as a separate piece. And what this is this is just going to be, I can stick them, I can glue them back together in Fusion and make them all one part. But essentially, I wanted to try something like that. and kind of make a little built-in armrest and see what I think about that. So let me get this all attached. And forgive the Gorilla Tape, but in the car, it looks like that. And if I close the door and take you around the other side, it looks like that. And I think I like it. It looks more complete than just having the handle that truncates there at the bottom. And if I hop in the car, let me show you what that looks like. So obviously, I'm not going to pull on this because it's just taped on, but you get the idea, right? So easy to get to. And, you know, if I'm pulling it closed, once it's closed, you can see that, yeah, it does overhang the door bar a little bit. But interestingly, when I put my arm where I would normally have it, if I'm sitting right here, I'm actually using the door bar, this section of the door bar, as my armrest. And I don't know, I need to think about it. It's kind of a pinch point, right? But you'd really have to do something stupid to get your hand in there. And I think it looks way more complete. So I may just go print this as one part and see how I like it. And I went inside to noodle on printing that as one part and thought, you know what, I'm gonna try something really simple before I get too crazy. And I just did this. I printed a loop. Half loop, quarter loop, I don't know, whatever you call that. A strappy looking thing. It's very simple. And it needs to be tweaked a little bit because I want to have this angle be all perfect and everything. But for lack of a better, you know, demo, I think that's the answer. It's very simple. And if I close the door and take you around here, it looks very tidy. There's no pinch point. There's no question where you're supposed to put your arm. It's very simplistic in a good way because a lot of this interior is very simplistic. Now, again, with all of Tom's lovely stuff pulled out of here, it looks like a disaster zone. But I want to protect everything. And anything that was glued in, he just used a very light tack spray because we knew exactly this was going to happen. Everything has to come out and the car is going to get painted before it goes back together permanently. But you saw the dash. Nothing on the dash, no switch gear. So the interior is pretty Spartan, relatively speaking, except for this, you know, heavy mechanical look, you know, the shifter and the door winders and things like that. But I think, back to the door pull, I think that's the answer. It's very tidy, it's simple, and it kind of disappears, which, you know, I think is a good thing. I don't want that to be the focus of the interior. Or, you know, I was sort of starting to question, like, boy, that's really fighting. It's really fighting the design of the door bars to have something that sticks over them when the door is closed. So after all that, I learned a lot about fusion. So there's that. But I think the answer is tweak that design to get the angles exactly right and call that done. So anyway, speaking of calling it done, I'm going to call this episode done and say thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, tell all your friends, and we will catch up with everybody again real soon. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.